You think the hug is a small thing, just a harmless moment, just a gesture, but the truth is that 1 second exposes everything you are bringing into the interaction. You think she's reacting to your arms, she's reacting to your energy. If you need these reminders, subscribe now, because too many men are trying to build confidence on comfort, and comfort lies to you. You do not need more soothing, you need more truth. You need to hear the things that pull you back to yourself when your emotions want to make you weak. So here's what it really means when you go to hug a woman and she stiffens, hesitates, turns sideways, gives you half the body, or lets it happen without actually meeting you. It usually does not mean your technique is off. It does not mean you should lean in harder, smile bigger, talk faster, explain yourself more, or try to be extra warm. It means she felt something before your body ever touched hers. Pressure, need, uncertainty, performance. A man reaching for reassurance instead of sharing presence. That is the mistake. That is what you never do. You never use physical affection to ask for emotional permission. Read that again in your mind. You never use the hug to find out if you matter. You never use touch to test your worth. You never reach with your body because you are too afraid to stand in your own presence and let the moment reveal itself honestly. Because the second your hug becomes a question instead of an expression, she feels it. Maybe she cannot explain it with words. Maybe she just says, I don't know. Maybe she pulls back a little. Maybe she goes polite instead of warm, but she feels it and you feel it too. That's why you start overthinking. That's why your chest tightens. That's why you replay it later and ask yourself, what did I do wrong? Here's what you did wrong. You abandoned yourself before you reached for her. Most men do not lose a woman in the hug. They lose themselves before the hug even happens. They walk toward her already hoping, already negotiating, already trying to win. Their body says, please let this go well. Their eyes say, please confirm I'm wanted. Their movement says, please don't reject me. And then they wonder why the moment feels off. Because nothing kills grounded masculine presence faster than hidden desperation dressed up as friendliness. That's called approval seeking. And approval seeking is poison because it makes you dishonest. Not dishonest with words. Dishonest in energy. You act relaxed, but you are tense. You act confident, but you are fishing. You act affectionate, but you are actually asking her to regulate your insecurity. That is too much weight to put on a moment that should be simple, clean, and mutual. This is the hard truth. Women are often highly sensitive to congruence, not perfection. Congruence. They read what matches and what doesn't. They notice when your smile is ahead of your certainty. They notice when your touch is ahead of your connection. They notice when your confidence disappears the second they do not instantly mirror you. And the deeper truth is that this is not just about women. This is about human beings. People feel when you are giving something freely, and people feel when you are giving something with a silent invoice attached. A needy hug says, give me proof. A grounded hug says, I'm good either way. That difference is everything. And why does this happen? Root cause. Go deeper. The reason is not that you are bad with women. The reason is not that you need better lines. The reason is that too many men have built their whole emotional state on female response. If she smiles, you rise. If she hesitates, you collapse. If she leans in, you feel powerful. If she doesn't, you feel small. So now every interaction becomes a test. Every greeting becomes a verdict. Every touch becomes a courtroom. That is a terrible way to live. Because now you are no longer meeting women. You are auditioning for worth. You are not expressing yourself. You are managing fear. You are not present. You are performing, and performance is loud. Even when your voice is calm, performance is loud. Even when your clothes are right and your posture is decent and your haircut is sharp, performance still leaks through. Why? Because the body tells the truth faster than the mouth does. Look at the pattern. You rush the moment. You step in too soon. You angle your body before the connection is there. You overextend your arms. You hang in the contact a little too long. You try to turn a neutral greeting into a meaningful exchange because you need it to mean something. You are trying to create closeness without first creating ease. That is backwards. You stop doing that. You stop forcing timing. You stop asking with your body what you are too scared to face in reality. You stop turning every interaction into a referendum on your value. Because the cost is bigger than one awkward hug. The cost is your self-respect. The cost is your nervous system. The cost is the way you begin to fragment around women you like. The cost is that you become less honest, less observant, less centered. You stop reading what is real because you are addicted to what you hope is real. You stop noticing signals because fantasy is easier than clarity. You stop choosing dignity because maybe, just maybe, if you push a little, talk a little, smile a little, try a little harder, she'll give you what you wanted. No, wrong direction. Pressure does not create connection. Presence creates connection. Need does not create attraction. Groundedness creates attraction. Forcing does not create warmth. Safety creates warmth. And safety does not mean softness without backbone. It means emotional steadiness. It means you are not trying to take more from the moment than the moment is offering. It means your body is not making demands your words are too polished to say. It means you can handle reality. That is strength. Real strength. You want to know what a powerful man does in that moment? He does not hunt for the hug. He reads the space. He reads the pace. He notices whether the interaction has earned that level of contact. He notices whether she is moving toward him or just being polite. He notices whether her feet stay planted, whether her shoulders open, whether her eyes soften, whether the energy is coming toward him or simply tolerating him. And if it's not there, he does not take it personally. He does not sulk. He does not chase. He does not punish her with distance or ego. He stays clean. That's called self-possession. And self-possession is rare because it requires a man to be okay without immediate emotional payoff. It requires him to let life be honest. It requires him to stop stealing certainty from moments that have not earned it. That is maturity. That is masculine calm. That is a man who would rather have truth than temporary relief. Now picture the man you are supposed to become. He is not theatrical. He is not trying to look alpha. He is not obsessed with tricks, tactics, and little manipulations. He has a life that matters to him. He has standards. He has direction. He has unfinished work that actually means something. He is not empty, so he does not arrive hungry. He is not disoriented, so he does not lean on chemistry to tell him who he is. He is grounded in his own body. His eye contact is steady, not piercing for effect. His movements are calm, not calculated. His touch, when it happens, is natural because it is not carrying a hidden agenda. He is warm without being invasive, clear without being rigid, respectful without becoming timid. That man does not fear the truth of the moment. If the hug is there, he meets it. If it's not there, he does not manufacture it. If she is warm, he stays grounded. If she is reserved, he stays grounded. If there is mutuality, he allows it. If there isn't, he lets the moment pass with dignity. Why? Because he is not there to extract validation. He is there to bring reality. And reality is your friend if you are strong enough to face it. So what do you actually do instead? Very simple, very hard for the undisciplined. First, slow down, not just your feet, your internal tempo. Before you even move toward her, check your motive. Are you expressing warmth or are you seeking proof? Are you connecting or are you trying to relieve anxiety? If you feel urgency, pause. Urgency is information. Urgency often means your ego is ahead of the moment. Second, let her body speak before yours does, not in a paranoid way, in a present way. Is she naturally moving closer? Is there genuine ease? Is the energy open? Good. Then you can respond. Respond. Not impose. Responding is power. Imposing is weakness pretending to be confidence. Third, keep the gesture clean. No lunging, no dramatic overreach, no squeezing too long, no converting a social touch into an emotional claim. Let it be exactly what it is. Nothing more. A simple greeting, a simple moment. If more exists, it will reveal itself without you trying to drag it into the light. Fourth, if the moment is unclear, choose restraint. Restraint is not fear. Restraint is mastery. Weak men think acting on every impulse is bold. It isn't. That's called poor regulation. A strong man can hold energy without spilling it everywhere. He can feel desire without becoming governed by it. He can want connection without rushing intimacy. Fifth, if she pulls back mentally or physically, do not collapse, do not explain. Do not double down. Do not immediately try to repair it with more words, more charm, more contact. That panicked recovery attempt is where men lose even more ground. Just reset. Stay relaxed. Keep your posture. Keep your breathing. Keep your self-respect. Let the interaction continue or end naturally. Nothing is more attractive than a man who can absorb awkwardness without becoming awkwardness. Read that carefully. Do not become the discomfort you just felt. Too many men do exactly that. One cool reaction from her and suddenly they're scrambling, they talk too much, they joke too much, they try to prove they're not bothered. But they are bothered. And now everybody can feel it. Calm is not what you say. Calm is what remains true in your body when the moment does not go your way. That is why this lesson is bigger than dating. This is about your whole life. Do you bend every time reality does not flatter you? Do you need instant signals to stay solid? Do you require external warmth to maintain internal stability? Or can you remain yourself when there is no applause, no green light, no comforting confirmation? Because that is the man people trust. That is the man women relax around. Not because he is trying to make them relax, because he is relaxed. Not because he is using a technique, because he has built a nervous system that does not beg. There is another trap here, and you need to hear it. Some men respond to rejection or hesitation by swinging to the other extreme. They become cold, hard, cynical. They call it standards, but it is just wounded pride in a leather jacket. They say, I don't care anymore. But they care so much they had to build an identity around pretending not to. That is not strength. That's bitterness. Do not become bitter, become clear. Clear men are dangerous to illusion. They don't chase fantasy. They don't worship female attention. They don't demonize women either. They see people as they are. They see moments as they are. They keep their dignity regardless. They understand that mutual affection is beautiful when it is mutual. And when it is not mutual, the answer is not force, resentment, or self-doubt. The answer is space, acceptance, movement, forward. So let me say it plain. When you go to hug a woman, never collapse your center to do it. Never lean with need. Never ask with your body what has not been offered by the moment. Never turn touch into a request for worth. That one correction will change more than your hugs. It will change your dating life. It will change your posture. It will change your speech. It will change the way you walk into rooms. It will change the way you carry silence. It will change the way you handle rejection. It will change the kind of man you are becoming, because the real win is not getting the hug. The real win is becoming the man who does not betray himself for one. That's the reframe. Stop asking, how do I make her respond better? Start asking, how do I show up in a way that remains clean, honest, and self-respecting no matter how she responds? That question gives you your power back. That question takes you out of strategy and back into character. That question forces growth. And growth is not always soft. Sometimes growth is the moment you realize you have been trying to borrow confidence from women instead of building it in private. Sometimes growth is admitting that your biggest problem was never lack of charm. It was lack of center. Sometimes growth is seeing that what you called affection was sometimes anxiety wearing a smile. Good. See it. Face it. Then outgrow it. From now on, you enter the interaction as a whole man, not a hungry one. You breathe before you move. You notice before you initiate. You respect what is there instead of trying to inflate it. You let warmth be mutual. You let space be space. You stop chasing certainty from bodies, reactions, and little social cues. You build certainty in your habits, your mission, your discipline, your standards, your private life. And when you meet a woman, you are not asking her to complete your state. You are bringing a state with you. That changes everything. And the beautiful part is this. The moment you stop reaching for validation, you become far more capable of real connection. Why? Because now you can actually see her, not just your hope, not just your projection, not just your fear, her comfort, her interest, her pace, her reality, need blinds, present sees. So stand taller, but not for display. Slow down, but not to seem cool. Hold your ground, but not to dominate. Do it because this is what self-respect looks like in motion. Quiet, precise, unbothered by the truth, open to mutuality, close to self-betrayal. You do not need to become colder. You do not need to become harder. You do not need to become manipulative. You need to become honest, regulated, and rooted. That is power with a spine. And if nobody told you this before, hear it now. Your worth does not begin where somebody else's body language approves of you. Your worth begins where your self-respect becomes non-negotiable. Your peace begins where your need for immediate validation ends. Your attractiveness deepens where your inner life stops depending on external permission. You are not here to beg for signals. You are not here to overeat crumbs. You are not here to chase warmth at the cost of your center. You are here to become solid. You are here to become clear. You are here to become the man who can meet life directly. And when you do that, something powerful happens. Whether a woman leans in or leans back, you remain standing. Whether the moment opens or closes, you remain whole. Whether connection grows or doesn't, you do not lose yourself in the process. That is freedom. So the next time you walk toward a woman, remember this. Do not ask with your body. Do not rush the moment. Do not trade dignity for possibility. Let the truth be the truth. Let mutuality reveal itself. And if it doesn't, bless it and keep moving. A grounded man does not need every door to open. He only needs to remain himself while walking past the wrong ones. You are not broken. You are undisciplined in certain moments. Fix that. You are not doomed. You are just too practiced in reaching outward before you stabilize inward. Change that. You are not lacking value. You are leaking it through behaviors that come from fear instead of self-command. End that. This is your reset. This is your wake-up call. This is where you stop performing and start inhabiting yourself. This is where you stop using women to measure your manhood. This is where you become the answer you were trying to get from them. You are the answer. And if you want more truth like this, more clarity like this, subscribe. Not for me, for you. Because the world is full of noise, fantasy, and cheap reassurance, and you need a place that calls you back to reality, back to discipline, back to self-respect. Stay close to that. Stay close to men who want the truth. Stay close to a standard that refuses to let you shrink. You are not alone in this. You are part of a community that would rather be challenged than comforted, and that is exactly why you are going to rise.